12345 54321.
Hello, mic check. Hello. Friends, we are already live on After GMS doing some mic checks. We'll get started soon. Well, hello, everyone. Saved by the bell. So great. Good morning and welcome to After GMS. It is Tuesday, December 6th. I'm Tracy McCain here with Ed Matthews, Megan Millaris, and all of you.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning. Our regular faces are up early joining us. Bobby, Joanne, good to see you. Walter, Debbie. I love the following we've had on After GMS. There is a loyal group who tunes in every day without fail, and we appreciate that. We notice it. So.
It's like family.
It is. Yes.
I wish we could, I don't know, see the skyline this morning. What town, what city? Oh, there's two cities.
Yeah, this is Greensboro.
That must be High Point.
Looks like Burlington.
No, Burlington, yeah.
Burlington, yeah. Low clouds and fog. Yeah. We can say fog now because visibilities in a few spots have lowered enough that some of these clouds are on the ground. And I'm talking about Winston-Salem and Greensboro, where the visibility is down to a half of a mile in fog. So just be careful this morning. The roads are wet, and also with the lowering of these clouds, making it a little difficult to see your way through the Piedmont Triad this morning. And so we'll keep an eye on fog throughout the morning, and I'll be posting on social media some of those updated visibilities. Now, of course, Winston-Salem looks totally socked in because our camera is way up above ground on a tall building there. So the camera is actually in the clouds. Now, as we look over Greensboro and also areas of Burlington and High Point, we see those low clouds are producing areas of light rain and drizzly conditions. Nothing particularly heavy, but just enough that you need to carry along the umbrella. I'm seeing another batch of rain move in from Tennessee into western North Carolina. Although that may weaken somewhat, that'll be moving through the area through the day. So what we're going to see, areas of drizzle, off and on light rain and scattered showers, not only today and tonight, but right on through tomorrow as well. We do have a warm front to our south, and since we're on the north side of the warm front, temperatures are rather chilly with low and mid 40s this morning. Now, as we head on through the day, temperatures will be very slow to move up to right around the low 50s here in the Piedmont, but the temperatures jump tomorrow as the warm front moves north of our area, and that's going to take most of the rain with it. Some leftover rain and drizzle for the first half of Tuesday, and then we're going to try to dry it out just a little bit. Low 60s today. We'll keep it unsettled through tomorrow. Low shower chance on Thursday. The bigger deal Wednesday and Thursday is the warmer air moving in with low and mid 60s, and then cooler upper 50s on Friday with a shower chance. And then the weekend at the moment's looking nice and dry, and I think we deserve it. We're looking at low 50s and partly sunny Saturday and Sunday.
Before we get to our talker, we do have to catch you up on some morning headlines. New today, Winston-Salem police are looking for the driver they say hit and killed a man before taking off. Police say this happened last night around 9:30 on East 5th Street near North Dunleith Avenue. Investigators identified the pedestrian as 62-year-old Clarence Watson. First responders say he died on scene. If you know anything about this, call Crime Stoppers. We're learning more about a 4-year-old killed over the weekend in a car wreck. Greensboro police say the child was not sitting in a car seat. Investigators say her uncle ran a red light on Sunday at the intersection of Freeman Mill and Randleman Roads and crashed into another car. Investigators say he was not wearing a seatbelt and has serious injuries. The 4-year-old niece later died at the hospital. 3 people in the other car have minor injuries, including a toddler who was in a car seat.
Well, right now, people are frustrated about ongoing brown water in Randolph County. People living in Ramseur say there's brown water coming from their taps again. This is what it looked like when it was reported back in September. Town leaders blaming large leaks at a water facility for the issue. They also say there are old pipes from the 1930s that are in need of repair or replacement. This is what the brown water looked like in September. The town now waiting on a $7 million grant to fix about 30% of the aging pipes there. More than 35,000 people remain in the dark in Moore County after 2 targeted attacks at Duke Energy substations. Crews are working around the clock to fix the damaged equipment. Meanwhile, investigators are searching for who attacked these electric hubs and the reason they did it. Officials say at this point they don't believe this was terrorism. Power is back on for some, but for others it might take until Thursday. We'll of course keep you updated. Well, police say those low-down dirty crooks are distracting holiday shoppers, taking their cash and credit cards. I am quoting our Ed Matthews from this morning. He's like, you low down.
I think he called them low lives. Oh. But that works too, because I mean,
it was low lives. Like these low down dirty crooks. Okay,
I like
low lives.
No, but I like low down dirty crooks. That works too.
Either way, we're on the same page here. All right. Don't steal ever.
Right.
But they're looking to steal your holiday joy and your money.
Law enforcement want you to stay vigilant. Always be aware of surroundings. WFMY News 2's Denise McMiller shares some common theft tactics and where these problems are happening the most.
Well, what's disturbing is that in many of these cases, the culprits are still out there. It could be because they're pretty clever and they're working together. Greensboro police say that while you are shopping and you have your bag or your purse in your cart, someone may come up to you, ask you a question to distract you while the other person digs into your bag, takes your wallet, and pulls out your money and your credit cards. And police say that oftentimes these victims don't even know they've been finessed until they reach the checkout or they get an alert from their bank. Now, just last month, Greensboro police say this man was involved in a larceny that took place at the Target on Britford Parkway. Police say he's just one of dozens of people that have stolen items from people while they're shopping. The red dots on this map shows you where this is happening most. The hot spots are shopping centers near New Garden, Pisgah Church, and Battleground. GPD says these days it's not as easy catching those who break the law.
Because of what we dealt with the pandemic, more and more people are wearing masks, and it's just way more common. It's almost our new normal. When before, if you had a mask on, you would stand out and you would catch someone's attention. But now, if you see someone with a mask, even a full face covering, nobody even pays them any additional attention. So that makes it a little more difficult.
You also want to be vigilant before entering the store by double checking you've locked your car doors and park in well-lit areas. Thieves are looking for crimes of opportunity.
One of the best things to do is put as many items in your trunk as possible. You know, there are cars that if you break the glass, you can still end up getting into the trunk, but some of these are crimes of opportunity. So if there's a car and someone walks past it and there's nothing that they can see inside, chances are they're going to keep walking.
And the good news in this is that GPD has helped some victims get their items back. They say the sooner you give them a call, the better chance you have of recovering your items.
All right, sorry, we've been just laughing behind the scenes at some terminology we're using to describe these thieves because come on, don't be a Grinch who tries to steal Christmas. Everyone's just trying to do what they need to do.
Exactly. And not only that, but to save money. Right. So when you go and do something like this, not any of us, of course, we would never, but when someone steals your item, then you often have to recover those costs. Some companies don't just automatically send you another one. Even if you have a report, you might have to purchase it again, depending on what the company is. I have found, though, if I report something missing from Target.com, they will generally replace it. If I have some type of documentation or filed a report or something like that, they will replace it. But it's not that easy with everybody.
Yeah, and I think it's wise and smart to note that, you know, as I mentioned, I think more and more people are really, really being careful to not have their packages stolen. So, you know, we're seeing the doorbells with the cameras. And I mean, these cameras are crystal clear. I mean, you get a good shot there of the people. So, you know, a word to, you know, you people that want to get out and steal, you know, just realize that there are cameras everywhere. And isn't that the way our society is these days? You got to be careful what you do just about wherever you go. You don't know when somebody's pointing a camera at you, or there's surveillance cameras around, and things like that.
Some of these even have like the heat detecting, you
Mm-hmm.
know, technology associated with it, so it can pick up the camera can pick you up as soon as you walk close enough to it. Not only from like the heat, but also like motion detecting.
Right.
So I mean, you could literally be on somebody's porch and they can tell instantly on their phone.
And as I said, the resolution is incredible.
Yeah.
So that just increases your chances of getting caught or getting nabbed.
And then as far as thieves going so far to actually steal wallets from shoppers,
I know.
I mean, like a grab and go situation, that is bold and that is scary. I was just thinking the other day, you know, I could really use like a self-defense refresher, you know, especially as I bring my children out on errands with me if need be. You know, I just would like to know that I know what to do in a split second if this ever were to happen. I do find I've taken a lot of the precautions that Itanise mentioned, like parking near street lights if I'm going somewhere at night, wearing my wallet either on me or like in a bag that's in front of me. So I always have it, you know, just easily accessible. But yeah, you have to be so careful. Always be looking over your shoulder. You know, parking garages are another factor.
You know, I remember doing a story a few years ago where a police detective was telling me, whenever you go shopping, always back into the parking lot, so that to your parking space, so that your back is never to the I guess the lot itself. That way you know what's coming around you, because you are then looking out instead of having someone to your back. Parking decks, same thing. Even at home. You know, you can back into your driveway or your garage if you have one.
That's a great tip. I've also heard to try to get what you need from your purse out ahead of time, because people, women especially, have the tendency to sit in their cars for a few minutes to get organized after they get in. It's best to just get in your car, lock the doors, and go. Don't linger trying to fish things out, make a call on your phone, find your keys.
Or put stuff in your trunk. Or like let people see you put stuff in your trunk. I don't know how you not let somebody see you do that. Or don't leave items that are valuable in plain view. Would be a good tip, I suppose.
All good suggestions.
All right, so something to think about as you hit the malls, if you still go to those. And the weather won't be really nice to do shopping today, so this actually might be a good day.
We continue with the unsettled weather. We'll see off and on light showers and drizzly conditions today, tonight, and even through the first half of Wednesday. Now, we'll stay chilly, low 50s today, but with a warm front moving through tomorrow, not only is that going to carry the rain north of our area later on Wednesday afternoon, but boy, are we going to warm up. 64 is going to feel real good on Wednesday and 66 on Thursday. Our next shot of somewhat more widespread rain will be Friday and 58, and we're going with a dry weekend. Saturday and Sunday looking good with cooler, lower 50s.
Nice, easy, relaxing weekend by a fireplace.
Oh, that sounds like a plan.
That's a good plan.
Thanks so much for joining us on After GMS. We hope that we get some peeks of sunshine at some point, but if not, it's okay, because there's always tomorrow.
Plenty of sunshine on the Good Morning Show at 9.
Yes.
If you tune into that on our main channel, we hope to see you there.
Take care.
Healthcare and retirement decisions on a deadline. We help you navigate your options.
Plus, Triad school districts are hiring with sign-on bonuses. What to know and where to go tomorrow on the Good Morning Show.
Get hired and paid a $10,000 bonus on the Good Morning Show.
So, but somehow I keep buying it. Mic check, it's time for the 9. We have 7 minutes to go before this beautiful show commences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's George McNeil. Hey, did you see Deion Sanders is head coach? Yeah, I thought about you as soon as I saw it because I was like, we were talking one day about his short music career. Yeah, I think he's gonna be good. I know. Well, I mean, I think they kind of saw that writing on the wall. I mean, the fact that they got him was pretty incredible. Oh, see, you can't do that. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh my God, no. That's horrible. You're not even give him a chance? Right. Can you do that? I guess he can do whatever he wants, but the NCAA should have like some, right, because that is foolish. But so is Deion Sanders. Oh, yes, thank you.
Tens of thousands of people have been without power now more than 2.5 days after 2 power substations were taken offline. Utility workers are working around the clock to get the power restored to Moore County.
Take a look at what a tried woman caught on her Ring camera. Coming up, we show you what happened during this package delivery and how 2 Wants to Know helped her get her money back.
It's been mainly drizzly this morning, but I see another batch of rain moving through the mountains now, headed for the Triad later this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on the Good Morning Show at 9. I'm Tracy McCain here with Ed Matthews, Megan Malaris. We are drying out inside.
Inside, yes.
Yeah, outside a different story. It's been rainy, it's been foggy,
yes,
and chilly.
I mean, this is the sky camera now?
Here you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Low clouds and fog, and we talked about this earlier on the Good Morning Show, how the fog might get a little thicker, and it has, and I'll be showing you the visibilities coming up. So just not a pretty day.
No.
Light rain, drizzly, and fog.
All right, well, we will be on top of the forecast. Right now, we have an update for you. There are nearly 400 teacher vacancies across the Triad's 3 biggest school districts. Both Guilford County Schools and Winston-Salem-Forsyth County Schools have hiring events this week. GCS has one tomorrow evening from 4 to 6 at Guilford Elementary in Greensboro. The district says candidates will have the opportunity to interview and get hired on the spot. GCS says there are open teaching positions for elementary math, science, social studies, and English, among others. And if you get hired, it could include a $10,000 sign-on bonus. Now over to Winston-Salem-Forsyth County Schools, where they are having 2 hiring events. One is tomorrow at the district building from 9 to noon. This one is for bus drivers and custodians. There's another one next Wednesday. It is a virtual job fair, and they're hiring all positions at this one. Register now if you are interested. So Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools, Guilford County Schools, both actively recruiting teachers, bus drivers, custodians, health, nutrition services, basically every position imaginable. And so at least they're not just sitting back, complacent in the fact that there are staff shortages. They're trying to get those positions
They're being
filled.
proactive. Yeah, definitely. And they're giving some incentives, you know,
Yes.
and I think that is good. You know, our teachers in our public schools, they work so hard. You know, we as meteorologists go out and speak to school groups, and we only talk for an hour. After that hour, I'll be honest with you, I'm exhausted. You know, imagine doing that for 8 hours a day. And we've got some really good, dedicated teachers, and hopefully they'll be able to hire more because we need to get good educations, you know, to our younger kids.
That's right. It is so important to draw them in and retain them, and helping them feel appreciated is a large part of that retention. So hopefully opportunities like this help.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so with 2 weeks left in the school year before school break, a school supply company is helping with Christmas for teachers. PaperMate is partnering with the Kids in Need Foundation's Supply a Teacher program to help fulfill teacher wish lists in the Greensboro area. Did you know, according to this information, 91% of teachers say they don't have the supplies they need to start second semester in January. That's why PaperMate is donating school supplies and $100,000 to under-resourced teachers' wish lists across the country to help fuel a full semester of active learning. The Kids in Need Foundation notes North Carolina is one of the top 5 states needing the most support. So here is how you can help. PaperMate wants you to help spread the love and appreciation for teachers nationwide via a simple gesture, a thank you note. Share your thank you note or video on social media using the hashtags thanks to teachers and tagging PaperMate at PaperMate for the chance to be featured on the brand's Instagram. If you are looking to help monetarily, you can make a donation on the Kids in Need Foundation website. Of course, supplying teachers with the supplies they need is a very near and dear mission to us at WFMY with our annual Tools for School drives. We see firsthand that teachers need these supplies to help children in their classrooms succeed. Oftentimes they spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars out of pocket making sure their students have those tools.
And it happens throughout the year. You know, the teacher supply warehouse at Guilford County,
and I'm just speaking for that one because that's the one I hear about most, is that they go bare, within a month of the first day of school, and then by Christmas they need to restock completely, and then for the next semester, and it's kind of like this round robin where as soon as you get supplies in, they go out. So we need things like this to kind of keep our kids educated, interested in learning in our schools.
And in many school systems around the state of North Carolina, and I'm sure other states as well, funding has been cut. It's always, how can we get this money to go as far as we possibly can? But with the, the funds being cut, those supplies are not always readily available. And these teachers, God bless them, they really care about their students and they want their students to learn. And as you mentioned, they sometimes give out of pocket. So this is a great thing that we've got going here.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of things going out of pocket, if you are shopping right now for a gift online, you want to make sure it arrives in time. So that means you have to ship it on time. Let's take a look at the deadlines for this holiday shopping season. For packages being sent through the Postal Service, you have until December 17th to send retail, ground, and first class mail. The deadline for Priority Mail is December 19th, and Priority Mail Express is December 23rd. Now let's take a look at packages being shipped through UPS. Make sure you check the company's website for quotes on ground shipping costs, but mail through 3-day select by December 20th. The deadline for packages flying second-day air services is December 21st, and next-day air service is December 22nd. Again, check online for the rates. As for FedEx, packages being shipped with Ground Economy should be sent on December 8th. The deadline for ground is December 14th, and packages via FedEx Express Saver should be sent on December 20th. The 2-day deadline is December 21st, and FedEx same-day packages could still make it in time, but you do have to send them by December 23rd. Otherwise, it will wait until after the holiday to arrive. Which, if it arrives after the holiday, as long as it's coming from the heart, I don't think anybody's going to have any qualms with that. And it might be better for you in terms of your wallet. Some of these rates are absolutely ridiculous a few days before Christmas. You're paying more for the shipping than you are for the gift. So definitely check ahead of time, plan ahead of time. It might be worth it just to ship it directly from the retailer instead of having it, picking it up and then having to ship it yourself.
Yeah. And note these dates that we just showed you online, and of course we have them on our website as well, because the Postal Service and other delivery services are just busy. They're swamped this time of year, not only with packages, people sending Christmas cards, and then just the usual mail as well. And you want it to get on time, but if it's a nice gift and coming from the heart, you don't mind getting it a couple of days after Christmas, but it's always good to be on time.
Well, and keep in mind, these dates are not factoring in unforeseen circumstances like weather.
Right.
I ordered a gift for my daughter during Black Friday sales. It was supposed to take, 5 to 7 days to arrive. Got a notification because of all that snow that they had in New York that it was going to be delayed. But because I had ordered it early, it wasn't a problem. But just something to keep in mind, earlier the better probably in these cases. All right, so if you are ordering online, you want to be cautious about tracking your delivery dates. Here's why. A Triad woman ordered a new cell phone online and thought it had arrived. That's what her tracking said, but it was nowhere to be found. So she checked her Ring doorbell camera. What she saw led to several phone calls, including one to 2 Wants to Know's Kevin Kennedy.
'Tis the season for drop-offs and deliveries. Security and doorbell cameras
I was having a pool liner delivered.
capturing the holiday spirit. Natalie Gordon has one on her house.
I have a Ring doorbell. It's right in your face when you walk up my stairs. You can't miss it.
Well, maybe you can. This is video of a delivery driver dropping off that pool liner.
He leans over and looks at the other package that's sitting on the porch, and now my eyes are getting like, okay, what's he doing?
Watch. Before leaving, he picks up a previous delivery.
Turns around, looks both ways, like he's looking to see if anybody saw him.
And then hustles off. Natalie seeing it all on camera.
I'm thinking, no, he's not going to do what I think he's going to do.
He did. Watch again. But is this a porch pirate or an honest mistake? Natalie calling the company.
They said, oh, well, he was picking up the package because that package was delivered to you by mistake and it belonged to one of your neighbors.
Natalie not buying it, and her $1,800 phone that showed delivered that day wasn't on the porch.
Why would he stop and look both ways before he walked down the stairs?
Natalie calling police and us. We contact the delivery company, show them the video, and while they couldn't provide details about the box, they contend he didn't steal it.
And it seemed like I was not going to get anywhere unless I got News 2 involved.
The driver never arrested, which is why we're not showing his face, but the company did send Natalie a check for the value of the phone.
I truly appreciate y'all helping because I kept getting the runaround.
This holiday season, Natalie will be watching, making sure all of her presents stay under the tree, or at least on her porch. In Winston-Salem, Kevin Kennedy, 2 Wants to Know.
Wow. Shame,
Little bizarre.
shame on these people that would do that.
Yeah.
But you know, I think the incredible thing in Kevin's story there, look how clear the video is there with the camera, her
Right.
doorbell camera. Don't do it.
Right.
Don't do it because you're being watched, and more and more people are buying, you know, these doorbells with cameras.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's a good idea to have one, especially if you have been a victim of this before, someone taking something off of your porch. Even with the video, she had a hard time proving that, you know, this driver had stolen from her,
Right.
which is an allegation because he wasn't charged or convicted. So
Right.
I'll walk back on that slowly. But, you know, if it weren't for 2 Wants to Know calling and being involved and active in that, she may not have even gotten reimbursed for the product. So I'm glad that it turned out the way it did, but it's just a cautionary tale. Have as much evidence as you can to help prove, you know, what you're saying. Because if she didn't have this at all, I doubt it would have even gone this far.
Yeah.
Exactly. My thoughts exactly. Keep a record of what you purchased, when you purchased, who you talked with, if you do have to call and question the delivery. The tracking number helped in this case, and certainly the video helped ultimately get that refund.
Wow.
Wild story.
Very.
All right, so experts typically recommend a doorbell camera to deter someone from taking deliveries. That obviously wasn't enough in this case. So experts suggest using a drop-off spot. Most major delivery services have them. Experts also say